Hey, yo, what's up, guys? Your boy Ed from Leeds of Each, you already know. I know a lot of you guys have already seen my buddy Joaquin's first place Houston Regionals Genesys deck profile. He played Genesys, which is actually really cool. But with him playing, it actually has encouraged me to build my own deck. This is something that my friend Castro and I have been talking about for a minute, and I think it's kind of cool. Brand is also really interested in playing Genesys as well, so I think it's really cool whenever your buddies want to play the format that you kind of want to go for. So like, I love Go and my buddies play Go with me, but now with Genesys, we could all play Genesys together, and I'm super excited about that because I've brought back one of my favorite decks of all time. Castro knows the answer to this one, and it's Adamancipators. You already know. Adamancipators is one of the most explosive decks. It's one of the decks that I feel like personally didn't actually get its time to shine due to COVID. But hey, you know what? Things happen, and it's still, to this day, one of the decks that honestly have gotten hit the most throughout time, with indirect hits like for Savage, for Baron, whenever they hit the Prank Hits package. They've hit a lot of different things. We played Jet, we played Verde, we played Union Carrier, Link Ross. Like, we played a lot of stuff that have gotten hit throughout the times, and now with Links being gone, there's a lot more of a deeper engine that you can play with a lot of synchro monsters, and I think this deck has an explosive match in this format. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what this deck does. For the people that haven't played, this deck is a hit or miss, so you have to play as many rock monsters as possible. Personally speaking, I play a lot of rock monsters, and it's going to be really fun because you're always going to hit something. Let's go ahead and get into it, and let's go ahead and check it out. I'll go over some of the cards that cost points in a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and get started with the profile in a second. I do want to say that I'm up to, I think it's 98 points if I'm not mistaken. This deck is super crazy. I just finished making sure that the combos flowed really well, that the list is really fun, and that you can actually build a board instead of just kind of like throwing a bunch of monsters on the field. You do throw a lot of monsters, but all of them do something and get you somewhere. So let's go ahead and get started off. For the people who don't know this, Adamancipator, for the first one, she allows you to special summon herself if you control a rock monster. Honestly, one of the funniest things is that I've been nibbed before, and you can special summon this because nib is a rock token. So that's kind of crazy. Things like that kind of just work out for this deck. This deck is really nice. Let's go ahead and continue. We're gonna go ahead and have 3 of Seeker. This guy's really good. He allows you to special summon itself from your hand, just like she does, but he allows you to special summon your hand from your hand if you control an Emancipator monster. This is a really good one. None of these lock you into anything at all whatsoever. It is the beauty of honestly playing this rock deck. For the last Adamancipator tuner monster that we play, because all of these are tuners, it's gonna be bad boy himself right here. I think his name is Researcher. I can't even remember their names anymore. But homeboy here allows you to special summon himself from your hand if your opponent controls monsters and you don't. That's one of the downsides to like going first with this deck sometimes, because then if you go first and you open him up, you can't special summon him from your hand. The thing is that there is a lot of cards that you can basically help you to be able to use him anyway. You can normal summon this, and you can normal summon all of these. There isn't any kind of restriction at all whatsoever stopping you from being able to normal summon any of these. They all help you though. Look at the top 5 cards from your deck and special summon 1 level 4 or lower rock monster from your top 5 that you revealed. The interesting thing is that you cannot special summon themselves though. So it's not like I can use his effect, reveal her, and special summon her. So you can't do that. There is that small restriction though. I think what it is you can't special summon out any tuners, but that's fine because honestly, they are the only rock tuner monsters that we play anyway. So the only restriction that I basically would say is that you just can't special themselves from each other. For two more Adamancipator monsters is that I play Dragite. I play 2 of the main Dragite monster. This one's pretty good. If it's special summoned from an Adamancipator monster effect, you're allowed to draw a card. This is free. One of the things that I will be missing in this format that I used to do a lot is that with Adamancipator signs, you used to be able to normal summon this, link it away for Almirage if need be, right? Because it's a 0 attack. And then once you link it away, you can signs to reborn it, and then you get to stack your deck with signs, because sign says that if you can special summon a rock from your grave, but not just that. And if it's an Adamancipator monster, you get to stack your deck and you put one card on the very top. Guess what? This allows you to draw it, but that's one of the combos that we're gonna miss so much here. So we're gonna go ahead and play as we can and see how it works out from here, because this just has so much freaking potential just to be able to draw for free, honestly. Moving on, of course. For another rock engine that I do play here is that I play the Koaki Meiru engine. Should be no surprise to anybody. We played 3 Supplier. Supplier's pretty good. If he's normal or special summon, let me triple check. You can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is special, okay, so if a face up, let me talk about this one, because this is like a gazelle card, right? If a face up rock monster you control is sent to the graveyard except during the damage step, so it can be destroyed by battle, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is special summoned, you can add from your deck 1 Koaki Meiru monster. Basically, that's going to be the overall of it all itself. This is a really good card. Dang, if this card is special summon, that's like the beauty of it all. Like, that was one of the, like, my favorite things about it before, is that you can special summon this off of the Emancipators, and because this was special summon, you can to add 1. It's just if this card is special summoned. For the next Koaki Meiru monsters that I play 3 Guardian, and these are 3 points each. Guardian is gonna take over 3 slots, which is going to be 9 points in my deck. This is one of my all-time favorite monsters in this deck. This is your Omni negate. This is your monster negate on summon. This is like a Ripper, basically. So if somehow you just end up normal summoning him, throughout your combo line, throughout anything that you're doing, your opponent activates a monster effect, you discard, you send him to the grave, and you're chilling. Like, it's really, really nice. Like, you tribute him, you just send him, you just negate. Like, he's so good. It's honestly one of my favorite monsters in, like, this whole deck, because of how free it is. Now, if you want to make sure that this is on the field for your opponent's turn while you have a board up, you want to make sure that you reveal a rock monster from your hand at the end of the turn. So you can have him on field, you could pass turn, you just got to reveal a rock in your hand, and then you're honestly pretty much goated, because you're going to be able to just negate on your opponent's turn. He's a 1900. Not a lot of normal summons are able to just normal summon and beat over it. A lot of normal summons have to normal summon, in fact, kind of thing. So this card is absolutely busted. Last Koaki Meiru monster that I play is Overload. This one's really, really good. For the people who don't know this, when your opponent would summon a monster, quick effect, you tribute summon this card. So if your opponent synchros, exceeds anything, inherit summons, yeah, negate that. We don't want to deal with that. This does not stop Nib at all whatsoever, but this one does. So that is it for our Koaki Meiru cards. I really like this deck. I think this is one of the best, honestly, one of my favorite decks of all time. For other rock monsters, I played 3 Doki Doki. This one is 0 points, and I think that you got to max out on cards like this one, because if you special summon this from any of the Adamancipators or even by normal summon, you get to just discard a rock monster from your hand, but it has to, and then you special summon from your deck the same thing. So one of the reasons why I play like double Dragite is because, like, what this restricts you is that you got to be able to do the same level and attribute from deck. So it's actually kind of nice, because I can discard one to summon out the other if I need it, right? Like, situations like that happen, but if not, you could always do any of your level 4 earths and summon this bad boy out. This is a free special summon for him. He gets you there. Or you can, if you already had 2 of her, you can summon out one of her, and then the other one could be discard fodder to summon him out from the deck. Like, it's crazy. This card is insane. I don't know why this card doesn't cost any points. Moving on, one of my favorite cards in this is the Jewel Baby, the Gem Baby. He is so good. This card, you discard it from your hand, and you get to extra normal summon a water or an earth monster from your hand. Like, this is insane. future tech coming up with this on something else. I got something to show you guys with this card, but this card is great. And if you control an earth and a water at the same time, you get to summon him from your graveyard as well. When he leaves the field, he's banished, but that doesn't really matter. Moving on to more rock monsters. I play 2 Gate Blocker. For the people who don't know what this card does, you get to negate the effects of your opponent's field spells. So this is really good against Vanquish Soul, because the matchup on Vanquish Soul kind of hurts sometimes with them being able to have the field spell at anything they need. It's going to be negated. If your opponent cannot place counters on cards on the field, your opponent cannot target other monsters you control with card effects. That's also such a big protection. Being able to leave him out on the field and just kind of being able to have a full board and a combo stops your opponents from being able to put counters, which is insane. But also the field spell, and not just that, they won't be able to target other cards you control. Just you have to go through the blocker. Gate Blocker is amazing. I play 1 Weeping Idol because you get to be able to have so many tuners engraved sometimes. Just being able to summon her from your hand is a free summon. I have 3 free summons here. This is Rock Spirit. Rock Spirit allows you to banish an earth from your grave to summon himself. This is a free special level 4. And then, of course, we cannot miss out on Gigantus. Gigantus is the same thing as all of these. These are just 3 free special summons. Sometimes you just need special summons. Moving on, the one last monster, rock monster that we play in here is, of course, Block Dragon. And Block Dragon is costing me 33 points to be able to be played in this deck. Block Dragon is actually kind of fun. I don't think it's necessary in this deck at all whatsoever. There's a lot of ways that you can combo and do whatever you need to do without having to actually use him. And then moving on, for a few of the hand traps that I play, as you guys saw, all of those rock monsters, and I do play a few hand traps. Starting off, of course, with 3 free as DD Crows, because DD Crow is just such a good card that you cannot, you literally cannot not play this card. This card comes through in a clutch. Continuing with, of course, 3 Skullmeisters. I think that in this format, we're going to have to look out for a lot of really crazy rogue decks that might be able to activate in the graveyard. But by doing so, you get to be able to use this card or cards or monsters or whatever it is. You just negate that and you move on from it. You play only 6 hand traps. The last 3 cards that I play, because I'm only playing a clean 40, is of course going to be, like I said, Adamancipator Signs. This card is crazy. This card is nasty. Like I said, you can special summon out a rock monster from your grave for free. It doesn't even need to be a specific level. It could be anything. And then if it's an Emancipator, you get to stack your level, you get to stack your deck with 1 level 4 or lower rock monster onto the top. Like I said, there's just so many ways. The synchros also allow you to be able to dig your deck. So by being able to dig your deck with some of those synchros, you can also special summon out something else that you might need. Let's go ahead and move on. All right, guys, getting this extra deck going, we're going to start off with a few of the ranks that I play in this deck. I play 1 Exciton Knight. I think Exciton is actually really good, especially because Adamancipators are really good with breaking boards. So I believe that playing 1 of these, because you can easily get 2 level 4s on the field, to start breaking your opponent's board when you go second, this is really good. Galen Granite is one of the few cards in this deck that we play that costs us points. Having a few with the Koaki Meiru package, and then having the one with the Block Dragon. Granite is another one. Realistically speaking, I want to be honest, I think that Block Dragon is also not necessarily super mandatory. It's super easy to get now. It's not like an expensive or hard card to get, but I'm just saying, I don't think it's necessarily a super necessary card, so that always opens up a few points in the deck. And this one is just a super mandatory one. I think that you have to play Gallant, because sometimes, like I said, you only make 2 4s, or you get to 2 4s, and then you have to do something else. So for this, you can then activate this, and then you're going to go search out Researcher. If you have a monster on the field that you can special off from, besides itself, or whatever the situation is. And then even then, if you summon this out and you go Researcher, you add her and you can summon her because he's a rock. So it's great cards, honestly. The synergy is great. 1 Reptite, it's a DD Crow if you have a Wind in the Grave, but 90% of the time we don't have a Wind in the Grave unless you have other cards. But This card's really, really good because it also allows you to look at the top 5, just like the main Adamancipator monsters. And then this one allows you to special 1 rock. Like, that's it. Like, this card is crazy. You just special summon 1 rock off the top. It could be Block Dragon. It could be Nib if you were playing Nib. Like, I know that, like, in modern Yu-Gi-Oh!, like, when I used to play this a lot, I was actually revealing Nib and summoning Nib because it's like, it's a 3K rock monster, and sometimes why not? You just need more bodies, or you need a higher attack. Coral Dragon to be able to draw. This is just 2 of our really good ranks, level 6s, including, of course, Stardust. This one, summon it, draw a card. This one, summon it, synchro summon it away with something else, and then just draw a card because it went to the grave. It's really, really good. Moving on to some of the 8s that we play in this deck. Dragite. Dragite's a really, really good card. This is, in this deck specifically, I'll show you guys like test hands later, but like you almost never not hit at least 2 or 3 rock monsters. This card is really, really good. He's one of those cards that also allows you to break boards. So like if you open up like a 4 in the level 4 tuner analyzer, so what you would do is that you would make him, right, and then you can just start looking and use this effect, start looking at your top 5, and if you reveal any rocks, you start bouncing rock, you start bouncing cards from the field back to the hand, which is really nice. It's non-target too, because you just reveal and it's for however many, and that's however many you bounce. So if you activate this and your opponent allows you to resolve and look at how many, you bounce cards. There's no activation of back row or anything. This card's just so good. Berserker, just another really, really good card that you could play in this deck. This like honestly reminded me a lot of like also playing like Sword Soul later on, because I played Adamancipator first, of course, and then we played Sword Soul, and then this was played in Sword Soul, and this was really, really good. And I remembered like, hey, you know, we're going back to like a synchro kind of deck, so we have to be able to like play a different sync. Like, we got to play this and play like so many crazy synchros in this deck, like this one, right? In a format like this could be devastating. Like, this could actually be devastating. Like, this is just takes 2 level 4s, so one of them being a tuner, and then just swing over, and now they can't, what is it, normal or special summon? Yeah, normal or special summon a level 5 or higher monster during the next turn. Like, that's crazy. This is also really, really good to be able to summon him out in case of not this or not this, and then blow up their board and burn them for 500 on each one. Burning them sometimes isn't like necessarily to be able to win on a burn game, right? Because we don't do that with the new time rules, but this is really, really good because you just get rid of so much shit. Stardust, it's a really, really good negate. It allows you to extend and be able to just quickly be able to get a good negate on the board. Honestly, this card is really, really good, and this could be like, I mean, like, if you have Guardian on field, you don't need a Stardust, but this could be like a monster negate, just you summon out like a Ripper kind of thing. This card's really, really good, and it's really easy to make, especially because like I have a tendency of always starting off with one of my 6s, and sometimes like 2 of them, but always mostly for sure 1 of them, which is going to be Raptite, and then I'll end up getting to 8 no matter what. And if I don't want it to be Dragite, which I almost always wanted to be Dragite, then I'll make Crystal Wing. Crystal Wing is really, really good. To be able to extend into some 10s, this card is really, really good right here. Also allowing you to revive from the graveyard. It's prime, like it's great. It gets you to some of the 10s. I have a bunch of 10s here that I'm gonna go over, a good 3 of them. Satellite, this is really, really good card. And then you have the Sword Soul card, of course, right? This one's really good. Something gets banished, you banish 2 things. This is really good. But this card is cool. This is one of those cards that I don't make as frequently, but I actually like, and yet again, from like back in the day with like Tenyis and whatnot and Sword Soul, because you would normally make this and then you would make all of your monsters on field like super unaffected, or what is it specifically? Yeah, it cannot be destroyed or banished by your opponent's card effects, which makes it insane. All right, guys, so I pulled out the cards so we can go over the points. If I am missing any, feel free to remind me, let me know, or whatever. I looked up like literally all of these cards, and I am like for sure 100% that none of these other cards are costing any other points, including my extra deck, of course. I originally in a short did upload that I was playing Savage, but that was right before I made this video too. I just wanted to kind of post that one out real quick. I figured if I made a mistake, you guys would point it out to me, and I feel like I've given it some time. I've uploaded that short, and that was the only thing that I realized that I messed up on. There's no way of playing Savage because you don't have any links. So this can't target anything to get any negates. So that's my mistake. If you guys saw my short, that's on me. But this actual build here, this is what we have that are points. Galen Granite and Dragon at 33 each. We have Dragite at 20. And then you have 3, 3, 3, 3 all around. So this, if my math is correct, is 98 points. This is a really solid deck. I'm gonna do a couple of test hands in a different video, and I want you guys to hopefully go watch that little comboing off or whatever. I want to show you guys kind of like what the idea is of like making synchro monsters to be able to negate certain things or protect your boards or whatever. And hopefully we can come up with some really good boards. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hopefully, you guys, if you guys enjoyed this Adamancipator content, let me know, because this is actually content that I really enjoy and it's super dear to me. And if you guys want to see more, hopefully you guys will let me know. Thank you guys. I'll see you then.